Hey guys! The reason I'm so happy is because I'm still on a high from being in the sun all week, and I'm just gonna enjoy it until it goes over. Ironically, it's quite sunny outside at the moment here, but it's been raining constantly since I came, and I've even catched a cold on my way home, and I swear I think that's just like a sign from God saying I should be somewhere sunny instead of here. Anyways, today I'm gonna do a Q&A. So I actually tried to film this video not last week, the week before when I was in Norway, but something was wrong with the file or something like that, which was so annoying. But let's do another attempt, and if it goes wrong this time, it's just not meant to be. So yeah, we can just jump into it, and I'm gonna do what I always promise myself, not just like ramble away about everything. But I have the questions on my phone, so I think that's probably the first thing I need to do now, go and get my phone so we can start. Okay, let's find this. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's just start and get to the first question, which is, oh no, that's not the first question. I'm gonna start with this one because this is probably the thing people ask me the most, and that is, if you're from Norway, why do you have an English accent? So, when I was raised, so my dad is from Ireland and I was raised in Norway, but my dad didn't really speak properly Norwegian when I grew up, so I was raised with English and Norwegian, so I was kind of like mixing them, but I used to have a really bad Irish accent. I know if my dad, I know my dad watches my videos. Sorry Dad, but I don't like the Irish accent. So when I moved to London, I still had it, and you can probably still hear some words in there. But I, just like, after a year I moved here, I fell into like a tiny bit of acting. Not something big, just like I stumbled into it, literally. And to be able to do acting here, you literally need to have like the Queen Elizabeth English kind of ish, so I think I was just really determined to kind of change my accent and switch it off to more of a British accent, and ever since I've spoken not perfectly but quite good English accent, as you would say. So the next question is, where do you think you'll be living in the future? Are you coming back to Norway? The funny thing is, I told you I've tried to film this video like 2 weeks ago, and I think my answer is going to be different now. Where will I live in the future? If there's one thing I've learned is to never say never. I do really love London. We all know I'm obsessed with London, but the climate here is really doing my head in. It's the best place in the summer. I'm definitely going to stay over the summer, but I don't know. I think I'm going to come back to England when I get older because I love England. But in the next few years, I feel ready for a change now. I'm not saying I'm going to go away for like 2-3 years, but just like a little while. We never know what's going to happen, but I do kind of feel like having a bit of a change, so don't know what's going to happen later this year, but I might move somewhere else. We'll see. As for Norway, I love the fact that I was raised in Norway. I love the fact that I can go back to see my family there. It's a very safe place, it's an amazing place. But for the mindset I have and my openness, I just feel like where I want to go in life, I don't feel like I'm developing, and it's not like in the same pace as I do other places, and it's just not as fulfilling for me. But like I said, never say never. I just can't imagine myself living there again. Sorry, Dad. The next question is, how tall are you? And a lot of people are very surprised when they see me for the first time, because I'm actually tiny. I am only 5'3", so around 160 centimeters, and yeah, I'm really tiny, so that's how tall I am. It's the same height as Kim Kardashian though, so I like to think that everything is possible. Do you have a boyfriend? No, I do not have a boyfriend. I've only been in one relationship in my life when I was 17. Haven't been since. Obviously I've been dating and stuff, but I don't know, it's not the fact that I'm picky or anything like that. The first 2-3 years here, it was a conscious decision. but after that, it's just like, I find it really hard to actually like someone, to like really have that kind of click. And also I truly believe in the fact that to be with someone and to be in a relationship, to go into a relationship, I think it should be a case of you're not finding someone because then you have a missing piece within you. I think it should be like, you can say, I have an already amazing life and this person can make it even better. So I feel like I have a few things I need to sort out in my own life, kind of work against and do some stuff I'm passionate about, and then that will kind of fall into place automatically. So why am I saying all this? It was just a yes and no question. So yeah, we all know I love to bubble away. Sorry if this is a too straightforward question, but if I remember right, you posted something about your mom not being alive. If so, what happened and when? Yeah, it's a long time ago and it's very painful still, but I'm very freely open to talk about it. So when I was 8 years old, my mom, she didn't get cancer then, but my mom got cancer when I was a bit younger than that, and unfortunately I lost my mom from cancer when I was 8 years old, and it is obviously heartbreaking, but it's just something I've had to live with and deal with. And if I can give just one advice, it has to be, someone's calling me. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, the best advice I can give in terms of that is, when you lose someone, let it be your boyfriend, someone dies, whatever, is acknowledging the fact that they're gone, and you're not gonna have them back in your life. So inside you're gonna think like, I don't want to feel this way, this is very painful, why is it like this? But just don't do that. Just be like, okay, this is extremely sad and it's just going to be that way, but I can't push away my feelings. I need to kind of accept that this is going to be painful. I'm going to think of that person. I'm going to, I don't know. And from that point, because I used to just try to push everything away because it was too painful. But when I kind of started going with it, it became easier. I'm not saying every day is still easy, because some days are horrible. I don't really talk about it with people because it is quite uncomfortable sometimes, but yeah. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but I just said what was on top of my head. So the next question, what are your favourite London spots? So it's a very good question, but it's a very open question. So it depends, like, are you talking about pubs, are you talking about restaurants, things to do, where to party? Like, it really depends. But I would say if you're going for like lounge drinks or whatever, I would go to Chiltern Firehouse is really nice. You have a good few nice pubs like the Hollywood Arms in Chelsea, Brinkley's. If you want to go for brunch, I would go to Ivy Chelsea Gardens. Radio Rooftop is quite good, nice view. Shoreditch House is the coolest place in London. Absolutely, but you need to be a member there to go there. I'm sure I'm gonna like think after I film this video, why did I not say that place? But those were the place on top of my head right now. So yeah, no, actually one more place. Gran Co in Notting Hill has the best brunch in the world. I'm a brunch gal. I would eat breakfast or brunch over anything in the world. Do you live with anyone else, and if so, who? Yes, I do. They just absolutely hate social media, and which is kind of good as well, I suppose. I live with two of my best friends. I live with Ida, which I've known since I lived back. She's from the same place as me in Norway. We've been best friends since college. And Ingrid I met in university. She's also from Norway, but she's a bit more further up. And I absolutely adore living with them. I really like this question. Have you changed a lot since moving to London, and was it hard moving to a new country? I would say both yes and no, and I actually spoke to some of my best friends about this, like how I've changed moving away, and I've definitely changed. I mean, I moved here when I was 19 and now I'm 22, and these are years you kind of really figure out things and you do change a lot, but definitely London has kind of affected in what direction I've changed. But I would own, like my friend said to me the other day, she said to me like, you've changed, but I feel like you've become more yourself rather than becoming a different person. So I think that was a very good way of summarising it, because I do really feel like I found myself after moving here. I got to be myself 100%, figure out what I like, what I don't like, what places I like to be around, have endless opportunities around me, which I wouldn't have anywhere else, or at least everywhere else. So yes, and to the other part of the question, was it hard moving to a different country? Yes and no again. I think the most important thing is to not expect too much. Just go there with a good attitude. Regardless, it's going to be an amazing experience. Just getting a change in your perspective, experiencing something new. Moving abroad is the best decision I've ever done in my life, and just don't be scared. Obviously, in the beginning, you don't really have that much network. You can feel quite lonely, and what I did in the beginning, like, it takes a while before you find, because you have friends and then you have good friends, and it takes a while before you kind of escalate from having people you just get to know until you find those you really like. Yes, I love you, we really vibe. That was a weird explanation, but I'm sure you know what I mean. So that can be a little bit, because you can be around people and you can still feel lonely when you don't have like a good group of friends. And also it can be quite overwhelming, because out in the streets and out and about, it's kind of like you're around people all the time, and then you go back to your place and there's no one around you, it's completely quiet, and it can, like, the contrast can bring you like a feeling of loneliness. But other than that, it's just as hard as you make it. You can do it, like, just take it as a challenge and make something good out of all the challenges you have. And you do really meet loads of other cultures, perspective, people doing different things, and more than being hard, it's really exciting. So yeah. So the last question is, what camera do you use? I use the Olympus PEN, as all the other bloggers seem to do. It's a great camera. It's very easy to bring around, very easy to transfer photos. The pictures in daylight are amazing. Would I buy the camera again though? To be honest, I'm not really sure, because it's a great camera, but it's good in daylight. You need to have really good lighting to get good photos. In the evening, it's just useless. But yeah, definitely a good camera. Don't know if that's the kind of next camera I'm gonna get, but yes. And now I'm running out of time, so I think we're gonna end it here. I think I got quite a long video here, so I'm just going to end it here. I hope you kind of got to know me ever so slightly better. It is a bit different when you just like have a person writing about this and talking about this, and you don't really know that much about them. So I thought this was a good way of kind of getting to know me a bit better, and yeah. So I really hope you enjoyed watching, and thank you for watching, and I shall see you very, very soon.